All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 344 of the Restoring Rapport podcast. I'm super excited for the content we've got planned out for you guys today, as always. This is a podcast for young believers who are pursuing the goal of marriage and family and trying to get married as young as possible in a healthy way according to God's design. I'm your host, Seth Hensley. I come on twice a week, every week on Thursday and Sunday to discuss not only the benefits of getting married young, but I attempt to equip and encourage you in your pursuit of that goal. And today is going to be fun because we're going to be reviewing a video entitled Blind Dating Girls with Their Dads. And I just thought this was super interesting because there's this idea going around in the Christian circles that I'm a part of. There's a big debate between courtship versus dating and which one is better, which one is more scriptural, which one actually produces the fruit that you want it to produce, and that is a marriage. And so we're going to kind of get into that discussion today. Courtship, basically, just to loosely define it for you guys, was a dating strategy that was popularized by Joshua Harris. In his book, I Kissed Dating Goodbye, he made this idea that you should date in a community. And when he said in a community, he meant really you shouldn't go on any dates without chaperones, brothers, sisters, parents, or other friends involved in that date. And then that led to a lot of different things. Joshua Harris now no longer claims to be a believer. At least that was the last thing that I understood him to say. And he's, recounted everything that he said in that book, which I found interesting too. So there's a lot going on with him. But, and then the dating idea is, everyone knows what dating is. It's where you go out on a date with somebody, a boy and a girl, go out and do something fun for an evening, talk a lot or as much as possible and get to know one another in a romantic context, moving towards, ideally they should be looking to find out whether or not this is somebody they want to enter a committed relationship with. And once they have entered that committed relationship, then they begin moving towards the goal of marriage. So anyway, Christians just go back and forth on which one of these ideas are better. The proponents of courtship will throw out the idea that a lot of courtship prevents a lot of sexual immorality, sexual slip-ups, sexual errors that can occur when you are in a one-on-one, when you're in an environment where you're alone with a woman or a man. And then people who are fans of dating will say that if you're, only going out in groups with your significant other, that you're really not getting to know that person any more than you're getting to know the other members of the party. And so there's a limit to how well you can get to know them there, and obviously that's going to be a problem if you're moving towards the goal of dating. So there's this big debate going on there. And we're going to talk about it today. This is going to be the dates you're going to watch today are going to be more like, I think, what people would consider courtship, because there's going to be a parent present. So basically this young man is going on dates with women and their dad is at the table too. So it's going to be very interesting. I just thought it was funny, and I imagine I'm going to laugh a lot in this video, and I imagine you guys will as well. And hopefully I'll kind of talk about some ideas, and talk about, kind of break down the relationship between courtship versus dating and which I think works better, and the problems of both and the strengths of both. And so hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi.
Hello.
Hold on. I feel like that's very formal. I've just been oh my gosh, your hands feel like they could be intertwined in mine forever. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
What's your name if you had to have one?
I'm Bess.
Hello. Hi. Zach.
And there's Bess's dad.
Hey Bess. Sweet Bessie. Who is this?
This is my dad.
So it's not a throuple situation, because originally when you walked in I thought could be a throuple, but then I saw the resemblance as you.
Okay. Whoa, there's so much happening right now. Okay, so the date started off with a very awkward introduction where I think he actually bowed, which if he's trying to be funny is great. It looks like Bess is having a good time. She's laughing at him anyway, which is good. You want to be able to make the person you're on a date with laugh. I think that's fine. But when the dad walked up, he tried to shake the dad's hand and the dad did not shake his hand. That is terribly awkward. And then he said something about a throuple, which is absolutely probably the worst thing you could say when you're meeting someone's dad, who you are on a date with. So that's pretty unreal. But
you got closer. So I just want to say that's off the table. And I apologize. Am I making you cry, or is it this gentleman? I can ask him to stay.
I'm having a great time.
Okay, good. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming. I know we already know each other. God, thank you so much.
No! Oh my
God. Jackass. Hello.
Hi.
excited to experience your love. Thank you. Oh, side hug.
was my
Sorry for
foot.
stepping on your shoe
All
there.
good.
Thought you'd kind of wait in the bathroom till what?
Okay, this guy has to be a comedian. He has to be some kind of clown. I mean, this is crazy. But what I want to see is how he interacts with these girls that he's on a date with while their dad is there. Because what I'm guessing is going to happen, at least, I think this is more of a joke. But if you're taking this seriously and you're actually going on a date with the parents present there of the girl that you're taking on a date, what I think usually happens is the date suddenly becomes not about the girl that you're on a date with and more about the parents. Because obviously, if you're a good man, you're trying to win over the parents, right? You're trying to make them confident that you can take care of their daughter and make sure that they know you're a good guy and that you're looking for a close relationship with them and that you're not looking to bail or anything, and that you can follow your word, you can honor your word, and if you say you're going to stick with their daughter, then you can actually follow through with that. And they're just trying to get all this, they're trying to gauge all this information from you when they're meeting you. And so oftentimes, if the parents are present on that date, you're taking their daughter on a date and they're present too, the focus is no longer about getting to know their daughter in a romantic context. It's not about asking her the questions that you need to ask before you get married. It's not about building a connection and a bond with her anymore. It's about basically presenting yourself in a way that her parents feel comfortable endorsing and blessing the relationship moving forward, and building a relationship with them, really. And so that's what I think is going to happen in this video. Again, he's kind of a clown, it looks like, based on the 1 minute interaction that we've seen with him and these girls. So, and again, obviously, I just think it's crazy to, I don't know, if you're just going on one date with somebody, if you've not, DTR'd the relationship and you've not actually defined things and stepped into a committed relationship with somebody, then, and you're just going out with different people, I think it does make it a little bit weird if their parents are there. And I think that's going to you're going to kind of see that throughout the video. And so, yeah, I'm just curious to see how this unfolds so far, but this guy's definitely a clown. I don't know that I would be, I don't know. He's kind of treating this like a joke and not like an actual social experiment.
So your lovely daughter.
In just the last 7 days, 8,300.
Man, he's already got an ad playing too. But yeah, so far super interesting.
Experienced a very normal, friendly hug.
That's your version of normal?
Yeah, that's my normal hug. I was gonna give one to you.
Yeah.
If you want one, we can.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, come here, boy.
Obviously, I do that hug to everybody, so it's like, oh, God, you got in there. Good to see you,
Oh, my
Zach.
word.
Eddie, great. Let's pop down here.
Pleasure
Huh?
to meet you. Hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
Also, I think she's a sweetheart so far. I do want to
thank
say
you very
that.
much.
Of course. I mean, you've raised obviously a great daughter. I've known her for 12 seconds, but man, have you done a great job.
Thank you. I'll take some of the credit.
So,
Okay, this guy's a clown. I was hoping this video would actually be something, an actual, like he was taking the date seriously. Should have known it would be clickbait, honestly, because he's really treating this date like a joke. He's behaving in a way, he's trying to get views and likes and comments on YouTube, which is fine, I guess. But just think about it for a second. If you were in a situation here where you were and you were taking it seriously, okay, let's pretend you were taking it seriously. You're taking this guy's daughter out on a date and he's there. Where, again, the focus is going to be on him because, there's that, not that pressure, but that there's that respect there that it should be there in any relationship between a potential father-in-law and a potential son-in-law. And you're trying to make him confident in your ability to take care of his daughter and just all these things. So you're putting on a good impression, which this guy clearly is not, by the way. He's being a goofball. But if you're doing that, again, what's the purpose of a date? A purpose of a date is to get to know somebody, ask them questions, spend time with them, build a connection, investigate whether or not you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. That's the pre-defined relationship dating phase where you're going out with people and spending time with them, basically, and seeing if you're romantically interested in that kind of thing. And so if you're doing that and there's a parent there, again, it's almost like you're doing things in the reverse order. You're kind of supposed to, I'm a huge proponent of meeting the parents and stuff. Like, you need to have a good relationship with your in-laws. At least I think you should want one. And you need to make the good impressions, and you need to make your intentions clear, and make sure that these people know that you're able to follow your word and all that. But that's after the relationship, after you're moving towards the goal of marriage, after you've defined things probably, and after you've decided, okay, we're actually going to enter this committed relationship, moving towards the goal of marriage, and exclusively date one another, obviously, because we're moving towards the goal of marriage. And I want you to meet my parents, and I want you to meet your parents, so that we can, start this off on a good foot and establish healthy connections there and all that. So imagine it's like you're doing it out of order. The parents aren't there in the first date. I think they should be there when you actually define things, because again, if you're just trying to get to know somebody, the parents being here does not contribute to that. It really just detracts from that, because again, they take focus away from getting to know the girl and put it on making a good impression with the parents. And so I just don't think it works.
What are you
well.
looking for in a guy?
I guess someone nice.
I love being nice. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I would treat her so nice. My guy, my pal. What kind of gentleman would you want for your sweet baby girl?
By the way, like if you're ever meeting a girl's parents, please do the exact opposite of everything this guy is doing. He's like trying to make people laugh, and he's trying to be silly, and he's trying to goof off with this girl, instead of doing what the purpose of meeting a parent is, and that's present yourself in a good fashion and let the people know that you're capable of taking care of their daughter. I guess do everything opposite of this guy if you're ever meeting a girl's parents, man. Just young people, do not take this guy please don't think because I'm reviewing this video I'm recommending this guy as somebody that you should look to advice for as far as how to meet a girl's parents, man.
Rich. Oh, that she loves.
Is that wait? Why rich?
Why not?
And you just assume that based on her talents initially, she wouldn't be able to financially be responsible. You look beautiful today, obviously.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
So what are you looking for in a sweet gentleman?
Someone who can make me laugh.
Oh gosh.
What's your type of humor? You like gross? And we already got her going, and that's good. I revved her engine a little bit. Not sexually. I revved her giggle. Your giggle box.
Goal oriented.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to make people laugh with this video. And I don't even think he's trying to make these women laugh. He's trying to make people laugh who are watching. Don't ever say these things on an actual date. Please.
Maybe
Oh my gosh.
financially stable.
Really rich. I get
Trying to
it.
get out of the house. Good conversation. Tattoos.
I'm trying to
So
do.
you guys into oxygen too?
Listen, we're trying to create a spark here, man.
Going.
And I do love oxygen, by the way. I breathe it every day, and I love to breathe the same oxygen you do in tight spaces for eternity. Are you currently filthy, disgustingly rich?
No, I would not say that.
Would you say that you hate poor people?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That would be hypocritical.
It's kind of what your father said. He said that.
Oh my gosh. This is please. Okay. Let's go through some things. I might entitle this video How Not to Meet a Woman's Parents, because this is literally everything you shouldn't do. If this guy, okay, look, I don't even have kids yet, but if this guy if I imagine my future daughter bringing home this guy, I would be immediately worried. Okay. And really that would never happen, because of the way I'm going to teach my daughters and sons how to date. They're not going to bring home a guy like this, but just imagine the people you care about. If they were to bring this guy home, there are some major red flags. He's made a number of sexual jokes about someone's daughter after he just met them to their face, which is very odd. He has done very socially awkward things multiple times, like grabbing people's leg and giving people weird hugs immediately after meeting them. And he even just there corrected a dad. Like he just basically presented this woman's dad as somebody who is in the wrong on an issue. And it's all of those things, guys, are just, please do not do those. You don't pick fights with the dad of the woman that you're trying to move towards a committed relationship with. And again, I know this guy is not trying to do that, but I'm just kind of reviewing this for you as I think it's interesting, and I want you to know kind of what not to do. Everything he's done, laughing is okay, but there's a point where it's okay, you're here to make these people confident you can take care of their daughter forever. They don't really, you're not trying to make them laugh here. You're trying to set their mind at peace, and you're trying to make them confident in your ability to be a good husband. Laughing is very, very, it's a part of that, but you need to there's a lot more to being a husband than making their daughter laugh. And so you need to be meeting the bar in those other areas as well. And this guy's like, oh my gosh, it's kind of making me cringe. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, he's making such a bad first impression of himself to this dad. And all of them, really. It's just, sheesh.
No, I do.
Huh? You hate poor
She's
people.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't hate them.
It's just like I'm trying to walk you. If you're gonna sleep, get a job.
That went over my head.
No worries. Speaking ahead,
don't talk bad about people when you're meeting a woman's parents, like, at all. Like, if you walk into a first meeting with a woman's parents that you've either defined a relationship with or you are about to define a relationship with, and you walk in and you're slamming former exes, you're talking bad about pastors, you're talking bad about teachers you've had or coworkers you've had or your parents or your family. If you're talking bad about other people, that really makes you look bad. Okay, don't be saying bad things about other people. If you do need to share a part of your past or something, where there's a situation where somebody did something wrong, just, preface that by saying, hey, I'm not saying anything bad about this person. I'm not trying to condemn this person. This did happen if you're explicitly asking me, and I don't think that was right. But again, no shade or anything. I'm not trying to make them belittle them or gossip about them or anything. So just stay away from that. Don't talk bad about people meeting a girl's dad. My goodness, dude, he's like making every single. This is the perfect video, like how not to meet a girl's
parents.
Mental
space. That's where I was going to go. Obviously. What would you like her to experience when it comes to a beautiful guy?
Beautiful guy?
No, just a guy.
Just a guy?
Yeah.
Because you're just a guy.
I
wouldn't call you beautiful.
I'm not beautiful.
Yeah. It's pretty much whatever my daughter wants.
Great.
But I want her to have a good guy.
Okay.
One that doesn't cheat, has moral standards.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's going to be around.
Yeah.
Support her.
Yeah.
I'll support you so good. I'll support anything you do. I don't care if it's.
Oh gosh.
I don't care if you shoot up at local Denny's. I'll support. I'll bring the ammo.
Define good mental space.
If there was a good.
I know he's trying to be funny, but it's getting progressively harder to watch. I thought it was going to be a little different than this. This has certainly been interesting. One of the weirder videos I reviewed. This guy's clearly a clown. He's a comedian. He just violated one of the first things the guy said, which was be a guy of moral uprightness and conviction, and somebody who's not going to do the wrong thing just because it's easy or someone wants him to. And he just said he would defend somebody who shot up at Denny's, which is just, oh man. I don't know. Don't obviously say that here.
Loaded question.
Loaded for the gun, yeah. Would we have to repaint the walls if I had a handgun here, or are you just doing well?
Oh, wow. No, absolutely not.
So you
not
are
there. Not there.
And how are you?
I'm mentally declining at a very fast rate. Yeah, I'm an Olympic skier when it comes to...
Don't say you're mentally declining at a very fast rate to the person that you're basically going to make sure that they're okay with you entering a committed relationship with their daughter. This is so funny. Like, again, who's the subject of focus here? It's really not this girl. So I would say this is not technically a date. It's really this guy and how he's responding to the advancements of this dude toward his daughter. That's the comedic element of this video. And obviously this guy's treating it like a joke, but everything he does, please don't do when you meet parents.
Slopes of depression.
It's impressive.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have you been in a relationship before?
Yeah, I have. You know that.
How'd it go?
Not very good.
Did you like the last fella?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
He's not around.
Physically? Like he went to God's meet and greet?
He's not around.
Okay. I feel like I've been leading the conversation a little bit, and I apologize. And I want to just be able to let a woman speak, because that's what I love.
How's your relationship with your parents?
Came from a single mom, teacher.
Again, don't brag on yourself, however subtly. Don't, broadcast your virtues to this guy. That's not what you're wanting to do here. God. Don't advertise what you're good at and say, because I want to be the kind of guy who listens to your daughter, and because that's the kind of man I am. And don't make it about you. This is, oh, wow. Golly. Okay. This guy is 100% getting the thumbs down from all these dads. 100%. Like, he was already getting the thumbs down from the way he introduced himself, and how awkward and terrible that was. And then everything he said has just compounded that initial reaction for all these dads. Oh, sheesh. Okay, so this is funny.
You're my whole life, sweetheart. Us against the world. So
Mama's boy.
I'm a mama's boy. Say you have a big flow day. It's day 2. You need as many pads or tampons as you can get. We got to go to Costco.
So you are close to mom.
I'm very close to mom.
You've got her dates down and everything.
Well,
when she's on. When
When I was a child, sometimes I would take them out of the trash can and put them under my bed because I was scared of vampires and I was worried.
Come on.
No,
That was supposed to work.
No, I would hope they would see like those popsicles under there and eat those instead of me. If we were alone in a bed together, consensually.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Don't talk about being in bed with a man's daughter when you're meeting him. Don't make jokes about periods when you're meeting a man's daughter. This is insane. This video, okay, I am going to title it. I'm going to title it right now. I'm going to make the title. It's going to be How Not to Meet a Woman's Dad. That's going to be the video title. This guy is literally showing you what not to do. Everything he's covering. He's rude. He's disrespectful. He makes inappropriate jokes. He insults the father. He is kind of condescending. He's virtue signaling how awesome he is. He's doing everything literally totally wrong. So everything he's doing right here, you need to do the exact opposite of, and you should be fine.
Would you be able to hold me as I do weep?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you like an emotional man?
Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely.
How do you feel about someone who...
Don't present yourself to a woman's dad as an emotional man. This man is looking... I mean, if you're being serious about dating, which I know this guy is not for the 80th time, and you're trying to set this man's mind at ease that you can take care of his daughter, you don't want to present yourself as the person who's being taken care of in the relationship. You don't want to present yourself as the person who is needing something from this woman, and basically needing her to do everything in order to support you. This is true financially, emotionally, physically, all that. You should be presenting yourself as the guy who can take care of her. Like, who? And again, not virtue signaling about yourself, not talking about your good qualities. You need to be showing him that with your actions. You need to be showing him that in how you conduct yourself, not with your words. Again, don't sing your own praises. That would turn me off as a dad who is potentially giving you my daughter's hand in the future. I would not like that. So please don't do that. And again, those of you who I'm sure have, sisters or brothers or maybe even children, but most of my listeners are younger believers, so probably not that. But you have people you care about. Just imagine them bringing in a guy like this, and the alarm bells should be going off in your head. Okay. I like that he's, I guess you could phrase one strength of his is that he's good-natured, maybe, but I don't really think it's good-naturedness. I don't even think it's really, a sense of humor. I think he's just trying to put on a show for an audience. That's really the impression I get from him. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, comedy's great, and I'm not insulting this guy or whatever, but that's not your purpose in meeting a girl's dad. Your purpose, again, in meeting a girl's dad for like the 80th time is to set his mind at ease, let him know what your intentions are, that you're a man of your word, that you understand the consequences of your actions, and that you are going to put his daughter's comfort and safety first before anything that you want, and you can take care of her no matter what. You will protect her, keep her safe, all that. Guard her heart, not allow it to be broken, not break her heart, all this stuff. That's what you're wanting to tell this guy, not trying to make him laugh or not trying to make somebody else laugh, especially. Again, if your goal in a date is to put on a show for a crowd, that's not even a date. It's a comedy routine.
Expresses themselves in not the traditional masculine way.
Do you want to stay?
I'm having a great time.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So just
fun.
pretend I'm not here.
Brother, it's so hard. You got the...
Okay, so I think in order to make this movie more comedic, this guy pitched the idea of a date where the dad was present to the dad as a serious date, and now the dad's getting here and realizing, holy cow, this is a clown show. This is a clown fest. This is a cheese ball display. And I'm being part of it. And he's this dad might even be insulted. Like, this guy's mocking my daughter and all that. Yeah, I would not agree to do this if I were this dad. But sheesh, I think that's what's happening.
That's what I've ever seen. You've got shoes that let me know that you don't worry about anything else but getting from A to B.
Wow.
Any questions you have for...
That was a subtle jab at his fashion. Don't diss the fashion of the dad that you're meeting. Again, don't comment on, don't make negative comments about him. Like, common sense.
Like, for a better term, Papa.
Yeah. What are your favorite things to do?
Outside of women?
Outside of women.
Bullshit. I like to...
Oh, so he just... Another sex joke, an extremely inappropriate sex joke. He's advertising himself as either polygamous or somebody who cheats, as a serial cheater, or somebody who is, basically does not believe that sex is a, something that should be only shared between two people. And so, again, clearly, if you want a failed relationship, do everything this guy's doing, make all these jokes.
Take someone who's in need, who wants the help, and have their caterpillar learn how to fly. And sometimes that takes incubating, and that's what we call...
Look at this dad. Look at this dad's face. He's looking at his daughter every 5 seconds like, are you seriously going on a date with this guy? Or is this somebody that you're taking seriously? Or am I just part of a joke right now? That's what these guys are thinking. These dads are thinking. That's what I would be thinking anyway.
So, have you ever... Okay. Never mind. I don't want to ask that with your father here. I want to ask something.
Thank you.
Of course.
Gosh. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. Immediately that dad's going to be thinking like, okay, so this guy is, saying things to my daughter that he wouldn't say in front of me. That makes me think they're bad things. They're things that are immoral or things that he knows he should not say. Please don't do that.
I'm just trying to be a little respectful. Of course. Any pregnancy scares?
Oh my gosh.
No.
Thank goodness.
Honestly, never.
I had a girl.
A little bit. Never mind.
What's that? Is there anything you want to hear here?
Yeah, I'm a modern man.
Hopefully I can have kids.
Oh my gosh.
Ovarian cysts.
No.
What's going on?
Just like no pregnancy scares.
You're worried that the oven's not baking well. My sister's an OBGYN.
Might be a self-cleaning oven.
See? It could be a self-cleaning oven. And that's every month. Let's shed that cervix. Why not, huh?
All right. Okay, this dad has bought into this. He's no longer, at least if he ever was, he's no longer, taking this guy seriously as a potential prospect for his daughter. He's treating this like a joke. He's treating this like a YouTube video, like an experiment. Again, that's what this guy's attention clearly is. And if this dad came in with any other ideas, like this actually being a serious date that was for some reason being filmed as a social experiment, then he's gotten rid of that. He knows this guy's not serious. He has to have. Look at his face. He's buying into these jokes. No dad who is actually, who cares about his daughter would actually take this guy seriously if she brought him home for a serious date. And again, if you're actually trying to do a serious date with a woman, everything this guy's doing is exactly what you should not do.
Look at us, family, already having fun. My sister's an OBGYN. After this,
Oh gosh. Okay. If you're, again, don't what's the word? Gosh, don't transgress levels of intimacy. If you're not that close with this guy, don't refer to him as your future family. Like, that is so socially awkward, especially if you haven't even DTR'd the relationship with his daughter and expressed your intention to marry her and communicated that you're never leaving. Like, don't do that. Like, that's, to casually say something that serious is like, oh my gosh, it's just so socially awkward. It's like me walking up to somebody that I don't know and telling them my deepest, darkest secret. Like, that's the level of awkwardness that is there. It's like that has no right to be said in this context, in this kind of relationship. Don't act all buddy with somebody if you just met them. That makes people very uncomfortable.
If you don't mind FaceTiming her, kind of point it in your direction.
Oh,
and feel free to ask as many questions as
you
you'd like. Yeah.
Already taking care of my health.
Well, that's two strong
Look
women
at you.
there.
That's two strong women in my life.
All right.
Any other siblings?
I have another sister. She's in med school right now. So.
And what do you do again?
I don't know. You like rhymes?
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, don't present yourself to a woman's dad as somebody who doesn't know what he does for work? Like, this is hysterical. This is hysterical. It's like, maybe that's what he's trying to do. Maybe this guy that made this video is trying to make himself seem as bad as possible to these dads for comedic effect. Honestly, I don't even think it's that. I think it's the shock factor. He's doing it for like clickbait. Like, what's this dad going to say when I do this or say this in front of him? And he's playing on the dad here. The focus is on the dad again. This is not a date. The focus is on making people laugh. It's on being, crazy forward. And so, yeah, please don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. That's crazy, man.
I'm a freestyle rapper in my free time.
Oh, really?
Listen to this.
Wow.
He's in med school.
I want to watch it again.
And what do you do again?
I don't know.
She asks him what he does as a job, and he says straight to this dad's face, I don't know what I do to make money to support your daughter. That is wild. Okay, don't present yourself when you're meeting a dad of a girl and you're moving towards the goal of marriage with her. You've either DTR'd the relationship or you're trying to DTR the relationship and you're trying to commit to her for the rest of your life in front of her father. Please present yourself as somebody who has a plan and has a way of making money currently and is currently working on that plan, and is able to support a family and has a plan for how he's going to support a family and all that. Just don't present yourself as an unemployed guy who has no plan for the future and no idea how he's going to support a family, because all that says to the dad is, A, this guy is not currently taking care of my daughter, but B, he is not likely to be because he has no plan for the future, and he's kind of looking for somebody to take care of him because he's a man-child who grew up and is wanting a mommy instead of a wife. That's what the dad is hearing right
You
here.
like rhymes?
Yeah.
I'm a freestyle rapper in my free time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
You throw out a word, I'll rap. Just give me any word.
Pumpkin.
Yo, I was sitting out there with your daughter around Halloween time. She said, you think I look like a pumpkin? I said, sweetheart, let's just get the hump.
Another sex joke. That's like the 8th sex joke this kid has made to, and I'm now referring to him as a kid because that is how he's presenting himself. This is how my 5th graders would act. Like, I imagine, in any kind of situation. Like, humor's the only thing that matters. What people think of you is the only thing that matters. Incredibly self-conscious, incredibly, pretentious and a little bit arrogant and only concerned about, humor. Basically, that's all they care about. Please don't do this. Please don't do this when you're meeting a dad. Ooh, it's giving me chills. I mean, at first it was funny, but then it started getting just like worse and worse and worse. I'm just like, oh, wow.
You really want to stay?
Do you have any animals?
Again, see that dad either is, I don't know what is going on here, but I don't think that dad has bought into the joke. Like, I think he actually thought this was serious and he's either making fun of this guy or just realizing, like, I don't want to be a part of this. This is not what my daughter is trying to sign up for. She's trying to get married, not be a part of a comedy routine.
I do. I have a cat.
That makes me want to throw up. I'm going to be completely honest.
Gosh. Okay. Again, he's doing this on purpose. He's saying everything that this woman cares about is like extremely revolting to him. Unbelievable way to, win a dad's respect. Tell him that everything your daughter likes, you find disgusting.
I'll agree with him on that one.
Okay. The boys are back.
You got me on that one.
Yeah.
He's not a big fan of my cat either.
Do you have any health concerns in your family? I do want to know that if I inseminate.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry, if you...
When we're both at the Thanksgiving table.
Sex joke number 9.
And you say, Daddy, can you pass the salt? Which one of us grabs the salt?
My dad.
Sex joke number 10.
And I huck it at you.
Okay, no, she needs the salt, not me. But I appreciate you looking out for me because obviously I have low.
I huck it at you.
You hawked two at me.
Right
I
here,
get it.
yeah.
Somebody's been watching the podcast. Based on her last relationship,
Yes, sir.
where do you think I stack up so far? Would you rather me be with her or the guy be with her?
No, I'd rather roll the dice with you.
Let's roll the dice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's joking. He's got to be joking. There's no way I just heard that. He's joking. I know he's joking. I'm just kidding, guys. He's joking.
Do I drive?
Do you know how to drive? Do you have a car?
I mean, this is going to sound very pretentious, and I apologize. My car happens to drive itself, so technically no.
I want to be the passenger.
that was incredibly pretentious. And wow. Gosh.
A princess
Yes,
for
ma'am.
one, and not always.
Listen, let's get those piggies out there that have been to the market. Let's put them right on my dash. Let's put them right on my dash. I don't care if the air's on and we smell it all. That's fine. You've had a hard day.
Crazy that you said that.
Why is it so crazy that I said
She thinks that's crazy. This guy has stepped over the crazy line so many times in this video, and that was the least, that was the least offensive. Oh my gosh.
I might have recently dabbled a little bit into the feet pics.
What's up? Do you know about this?
Oh
Would
my
you be
gosh.
okay with that?
I've heard rumors.
If I was to throw children into your daughter, I don't want them to be like, I don't want any health scares in their future.
What about your family?
Exactly. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. She started asking about this woman's genetic past. That's so awkward. Holy fudge. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's so awkward. Of course, the dad's playing along now. He's like turning it back on him. Oh my gosh. This is getting so awkward. I might have to turn it off
Just
in a second.
diabetes. Nothing too
At what
crazy.
age?
Heart attacks. Very young. We've had heart attacks. We've had seizures. We've had strokes. What else have we had?
We've died because we've made stupid decisions on a, incredibly frequent basis. Oh God.
Doesn't sound good.
Oh, we've had debilitating bipolar episodes. What do you think are some red flags about yourself that you might need to work on?
Work harder?
You wish you would work harder?
Yeah.
What about yourself?
I think
What do you do for a living?
not much. I used
He's bombing. And again, I know he's actually succeeding because he's making money from this, and his whole purpose in doing this was to make money, and clearly not to actually, go on a date with this girl and actually get to know her dad in the hopes that one day she would take her hand in marriage. That's clearly not what he's going for. But yeah, again, everything not to do when you really want to marry a woman and you meet her dad.
to work at an Outback Steakhouse.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't know if you're a blue and onion guy, but I'll serve it to you so good.
What do you do now?
So while other people, are obviously fighting fires or, saving our
Doing
nation.
something important.
Someone doing
Yeah.
something important. I talk on the internet.
Okay.
And I can see
And you
why.
get paid for
I get paid handsomely for it.
verbiage.
I get paid for this disgusting persona that
Sheesh, man. I get paid for this disgusting persona that I put on is what he's about to say.
have a mother.
I do.
Are they still...
Yeah, she's
Another awkward question. Is your mother still alive or is she still married to your father? Incredibly awkward question. And again, something that you should know if you've actually, you've gotten to know this woman a little bit and you're moving towards goal of marriage with her or trying to. Very basic question.
she's sitting at home, probably having breakfast right now.
That's beautiful. A little bit of a late breakfast, not a hardworking family. Say I just wanted to see the left foot. Mm-hmm. How much would you charge? Have you had a romantic partner in your past?
Okay. The feet pick thing is where I'm going to end it. Like, I can't go anymore. This guy's a clown. Again, I'm going to title this Everything Not to Do When You Meet a Woman's Dad. Okay. Wow. Yikes. Okay. This has been an interesting episode. One of the most interesting episodes I've done because, clearly this guy is not taking this seriously, but I'm telling you how to take it seriously by reviewing this video of him not taking it seriously, if that makes sense. So hope you've enjoyed. Hope it's been insightful. It was definitely very fun for me until I can no longer stand how this guy's presenting himself because for some reason, guys, every time I see a dating scenario or a dating, video or anything like that, I'm treating it like it needs to be serious, which maybe that's my problem, but gosh, this video was just wild, absolutely wild. Definitely one of the most wild episodes I've ever done. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts were through the link in the show notes. You can send me a personalized audio voice message. Actually, no, you can't. Do that through Instagram and Facebook now. Send me a voice message. Would love to hear from you. Make me feel super connected to you guys as an audience member and make the podcasting system two-way. You can also follow the show on Instagram and Facebook if you're interested in the content we post. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Comment in YouTube and tell me what you think the worst thing this guy did was, because there's going to be some competition in your mind for that spot, but I want to hear what you think the worst thing this guy did was and what would bother you the most if, a marriage prospect walked in and said this to you and it was about someone you cared about. Definitely let me know that. That would be super interesting. Thank you guys for listening today, and I will talk to you all next time.